Hi, this is Deborah Clutter. I wanted to give you an update on my Quilting with Confidence class with Gammill. I know Marcia and some other people would like a update on the class. So the class I took was the Computerized Advanced Techniques class. Okay, I went in there thinking I wasn't going to learn anything. And I actually did, so that was good. And the free class was probably the best. Not the first part of the free class, but when the tech guy got up there and he started talking, I think that was probably the best part of that class that day. And he talked about how you're not supposed to put your half wound bobbin in the toa gauge and check the tension. He said the tension gets tighter as it winds, and you only want to use a full bobbin when you test your tension, which I didn't know. I think I've tested my tension on like half bobbins before. Also, one of the things that I learned, and I'm probably an idiot, but I don't know, maybe some other people didn't know this, but I did not know this, that you want to change your tension on the second tension, the intermediate tension. That's where you change your tension. You don't change it where the white knob is, where it is right next to the machine head. That's not the one that you change. So I didn't know that. I did not know what the intermediate tension actually did. And so, yeah, I've always used this one. And maybe that's why it doesn't always work exactly like I think it should. He said the knob that's on there, the little white knob, is just to hold the spring on. It's not really to do much of anything else. It's to hold the spring on and the little disc that goes around. So I thought that was interesting. So he said it does affect your how your stitches look if you don't have the check spring, which is the little thing that goes up and down. If you don't have it in the middle between those two bars up there, that sometimes you can skip stitches and things like that, which I was having a problem with. And I finally got it to work correctly. And so, yeah, that was kind of interesting. That was worth the whole class. And let's see, what else did he talk about? He talked about, yeah, you'll have to move your needle a little bit, especially if you're getting some wobbly stitches, stitching back up towards the bar, which I was having, and I'm not having that problem anymore. And so as far as the Quilting with Confidence class, I can't obviously show you everything that was in this book that we did, but I can talk about it a little bit. So the advanced class is going to talk about repeat patterns, and none of this is confidential. It's on their website. And then we did a little bit of some hatch stuff, making a hatch border, you know, the hatch pattern on a border, and that was interesting. I like that. I had never really did that. And you know, I use repeat patterns a lot. I didn't really use it in the borders like they were showing in the class, and I was like, oh, well, that's interesting, because usually I draw a line and use apply pattern for borders or do a border corner. But yeah, this was kind of nice. I kind of like it. So I have used it in the last couple of videos that I had. So I learned that. That was pretty cool. And then we did some drawing. We made some patterns in the class, you know, with the Gammill software. It's not the easiest software to actually digitize patterns. I'm sure if you got good at it, you could probably do that, but I wouldn't probably spend a lot of time doing it. but so we did that, and let's see, what else did we do? Yeah, we made some, which I kind of thought was interesting, the way he went about making some feathers and things like that. That was cool. And then we did applique, showing how to make an applique stitch around an applique if you want to applique on your long arm. That was fun. And doing some echoes, and let's see, what else did we do? And then just showing how to fill in a background around a design, and how you get it all to stitch out. That was time consuming. Yeah, I probably would do it by hand because it would be less time. I mean, just to doing all the prep for that on the computer and then having to stitch it out, that was too time consuming. I think everybody kind of felt the same way. I was like, probably not doing that. And then let's see, what else did we do? And then we just did some more borders using concatenate to concatenate different types of patterns together to create a new pattern for your border, which I've used a little bit, but not a whole bunch. And I thought that was pretty fun. So yeah, I think the class was worth it. I had Tucker, he was my teacher, and he was really good. And the documentation, the book that they give you, is really nice. It's professionally done. It's well written. It's not too wordy. I have a problem with lots of words on a paper, especially patterns and things like that. I'm more of a visual person, so I need diagrams and just short sentences. I don't like too wordy patterns. They drive me crazy, and I won't do them. But these are very nicely put together. They have lots of diagrams, and it's easy to follow. So I would recommend the Quilting with Confidence Computerized Advanced Techniques class if you're interested. Most people didn't have a hard time following the class. There was a couple of times that some people got behind a little bit because he was trying to stay on schedule and he was going a little too fast for them. But if you look away and you're doing something else, then you can easily fall behind. Now, there were some people I knew, Kathy and some other people I knew that were taking the first computerized class, and they also told me that it was really good. So that is my update on Quilting with Confidence. Take the free class, at least if they're in your area. At least take that class, because the tech part is probably the most valuable part, and you can talk to the tech guy if you're having some kind of issue with your machine, and he can kind of tell you what's going on or what's not going on. So that was really good. All right, see ya.